Welcome back to 3 Inquisitive Kids. In this video, we will be looking at our first problems for combinations. Now, if you haven't watched our previous video yet covering the combinations formula and just the basics of what combinations are, I highly recommend you to watch that first. That link will be included in the description down below if you are interested. Anyways, if you did already watch that video, then this is the right video for you. So in this video, we'll be using the combinations formula, which I hope by now you have already memorized, to solve some simple combinations word problems. So without any further ado, let's get into the first problem. In how many ways can Coach Johnson select 5 young women for the basketball team if 15 players in total try out? Right off the bat, we know that this is a combinations word problem, not a permutations one. Why? Because in permutations, order does matter, but in this problem, it does not clearly specify the order that Coach Johnson is selecting 5 young women for. There's no such thing as the best player, the second best player, the third best, fourth best, or fifth best. It's just 5 players. So this means that there is no order in how he is choosing these teammates. So let's first set up our problem. Combinations are written with a big C in the middle, and the first small number, the n, is representing the total number of objects, and the r is representing the number of objects that is taken out. Well, in this case, it's not objects, it's people, it's players. So we could set up this problem as C15 5. And how would we solve this using the formula? Our numerator would be 15 factorial, and on the bottom we would have 5 factorial times 10 factorial, 10 being the difference of 15 and 5. After canceling out 10 factorial from the bottom and the top, we have 15 times 14 times 13 times 12 times 11. And on the bottom, we have 5 factorial expanded, which is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now we can cancel out a 15 from both the top and the bottom, and we can cancel out a 4 and then a 2. So this problem is now 7 times 13 times 3 times 11. Solved, this gives us 3003. So our answer would be there are 3,003 different ways to let Coach Johnson choose 5 young women for the basketball team out of a total of 15 players. And now let's take a look at our next problem. And before me going over the solution, I would like you to pause the video and try to see if you can solve this on your own first. Remember, the combinations formula is covered in the previous video, so if you think you need to review that, you can still go back and review that. Alright, so now let's take a look at the solution. In how many ways can Max select 3 toppings from the 10 available toppings for his pizza? So this is a very simple, very straightforward combinations problem. It already says select and from, so you very quickly know what the n and the r of this problem is. We can set this problem up as 10C103, which we can write in the formula as 10 factorial over 3 factorial times 7 factorial. After canceling out the 7 factorial, we have 10 times 9 times 8, and on the bottom we have 3 times 2 times 1. Now we can first cancel out a 2 and then cancel out a 3. So this problem is now 10 times 3 times 4, which is equal to 120. So the answer for the second problem would be 120 ways. Again, these are just 2 very simple examples of combinations word problems. But if you think you're up for a little bit more of a challenge, be sure to subscribe because our next combination word problems are coming out.